Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about how to handle the push buttons that are on the simulator. As you can see, there are 4 buttons and each of them has the respective number associated with it, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where we're going to start, and let's start to take a look at the code to make this happen. So I've started a new exercise, exercise 2. I decided to set up the title to say handling push buttons and put it in blue. And the message, I'm going to give myself credit for writing this and put it in red. If you read the cheat sheet for the simulator, you'll notice that it mentions an optional function in the in our exercises. And the name of that function must be PB. And if I start typing it, PyCharm will complete it for me. It must be PB_clicked. Double click on this and it will fill in the information. Now I have a function, and that function is going to respond to key clicks on the push buttons. I want to make sure that I understand exactly what's happening here. So what I'm going to do as the only line in that function is I'm going to print the value of the variable number that's part of it. I'm also going to keep my green check mark by noticing that it wants 2 lines before the end of the program. Now my green check mark is back. So we haven't seen the print statement formally, but here it is. It's pretty simple. And what it will do is it will print in the window down here if and when this function gets executed. So let's give it a try. Make sure that we're running exercise 2. Hit the arrow. And probably want to move this over a little bit so we can see what's happening in the window. And right now, although that function exists in our program, it's not executed because no button has been pushed. So if we go down here and we push button number 3, we'll see the number 3 will appear in the console window down here. And if it works for one button, it should work for any of the other buttons. Okay. So this type of function is a little bit different than the once function and the loop function. The once function runs once at the beginning of the program. The loop function runs once every second after the program starts up. And the PB clicked function only runs if a button is clicked. When and if the button is clicked, this variable number will be set to the number of the button that's been clicked. We can do something a little more GUI oriented with that. We can do self.change message. And we can just put that value of that variable into our message line. Let's try again. So far everything is quiet. If I push button 4, my message line is now changed to the number 4, number 1, number 2, and number 3. So that's a more GUI way of proving that this thing works. We could make this just a little fancier and put some text into that. Say button pushed, maybe a colon and a space. And append to that the number of the button that was pushed. Running again. We'll push a button, and we have a problem. This is important to notice down here what the problem is. The problem is actually there to help you. It tells you that an error happened in line 16, and it tells you that you can't combine a string and an integer. So this is a string, it's in quotes, but number is an integer. And if I want to deal with it as a string, all I need to do is say str and put it in parentheses the str function, which is a built-in Python function, will change numbers into strings, or will change anything into a string. So that was an error. We had some help down here. We'll now restart the program and see if that solved the problem. Button pushed is number 2. Button pushed is number 3. So with this information in hand, I hope that you'll be able to work on the exercises that use the push buttons and also get a good feel about how they work. Just in terminology, the type of function that we've created with PB clicked goes by several different names. It can be called a listener function because it's listening for things to happen. It can be called an event handler function because it's waiting for events. And it's also sometimes called a callback function because associated with the widget on the GUI display is a call back to a function that gets assigned to it, in this case, PB_clicked. So I hope that helps you, and let me know if you have any questions.